In this video, I will be showing you how to draft and sew a French safari suit. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time of watching my video, this is Regi School of Fashion. In this tutorial, you will be learning how to make a reloaded triple layer and adjacent cut French safari suit using this image as a reference point. Make sure you don't miss any part of this video because this is going to be a well-detailed tutorial as usual. I do hope you've seen my videos on how to make a safari suit, which is a different design from this French safari suit. The 9 videos are on a playlist which has been linked up in the description area below. You need to see those videos after now. Consider subscribing to my channel for regular notifications and also give this video a thumbs up. Are you guys aware that watching art on my videos is one of the ways you can encourage me to keep releasing more content? I know you are always eager to watch any of my tutorials, but please wait, take a moment and watch art on my videos because that is the only way I get rewarded here on YouTube. My name is Bolaji and this is Regi School of Fashion. In drafting a French safari suit, I will start with the front panel, which I have my pattern paper laid already. I have my starting point here. I have the chest level. So this is the waist level. This is the hip level. This is the safari suit length. And this is the hem line. Okay, so this is going to be a triple layer safari suit, just like the image you are seeing right on the screen. So from the edge of the pattern paper to the line I have here is for button allowance. So from here to here, I have 1.5 inches. Okay, so this is for the button allowance. Now I will be inserting half of the back measurements. So every measurement I will be taking will start from this line. So don't forget, this is the button allowance. So this line is the center front line. So I will start taking all the horizontal measurements from this line. So now I will be inserting half of the back measurement. The back measurement I'm working with is 18 inches and half of 18 is 9 inches, which is here. Then I will insert the same 9 inches on the chest level. And I will connect the 2 points together. Okay, so the next step is to create the shoulder slant. In creating the shoulder slant, I will be inserting the neck width measurement. So for this design, which is French safari suit, I will be using 2.75 as the neck width measurement. So which is here, from this point to this point is 2.75. Then on the armhole line, I will come down by 1.5 inches. 1.5, which is here. Then I will connect the 2 points together with a straight ruler. Okay, so this is going to be a new shoulder line. So this is no more the shoulder line. So this is the shoulder line. Now the next step is to construct the neckline. So in constructing the neckline, I've inserted the neck width. So I will insert the neck depth. So I will be using 2 inches as the neck depth. So which I can alter after taking the measurement of the neckline. And because this French safari suit is going to be with collar, so it is necessary you take the neck circumference measurement of the wearer, so which you have to confirm on your pattern before cutting out your fabric. So I'll be showing you how to achieve that as we proceed in this tutorial. Now from this point to this point I have 2.75. From this point to this point as well is 2.75. So which means I have the neck width measurements here. So the same neck width measurement was inserted on this line. So that is why I have this squared out like so. So the next step is to construct a smooth curve for the neckline. In constructing the neckline curve, I will be getting the midpoint of this angle 90, which I have the same shape on my pattern master. Okay, so I will place the two on each other like so, then I will get the midpoint. So I will make sure the two lines align properly and I will mark out the midpoint. So you can see what I have here. So the line I have here is a midpoint, so I will just dot the point and I will square it outward. Okay, so here I will measure 1 inch forward on the line. At the center front, I will measure half of an inch forward, like so. Then I will construct the neckline. So I will make sure the 2 points connect properly. Okay, so here I have the neckline curve. So this is for the front neckline. After constructing the neckline, the next step is to construct the armhole. So I already have my armhole line drawn out here, which is here. So what I'll be doing now is to measure what I have left from this 1.5 inches point to the chest level. So here I have 8 inches, then I will get the midpoint of 8 inches, which is 4 inches. Then I will square the line inward. So this is coming towards the center front and not towards the side of the pattern. So I will square it inward like so. Then on this line, I will measure 1.75 inches. So this is 1 inch, 1.5 and 1.75. In case you don't know how to read your measuring tape properly, I have a well-detailed tutorial on how to read your measuring tape for pattern drafting. In the tutorial, I explained into details how you can read all the small lines you have on your measuring tape, how you can convert your fraction values to decimal, and how you can convert your decimal values to fraction. So the video has been linked up in the description area below. So here I have 1.75. Now I've inserted 1.75 on this line. This 1.75 is a standard measurement for all male figure. So the next step is to insert quarter of the chest circumference measurement on the chest level. So the chest circumference measurement I'm working with is 37 inches. Half of 37 is 9.25. So which is here. So you can see what I have from this point to the quarter of the chest circumference measurement is not much. You can see how close it is. So this is not enough to construct the armhole. So because of this, I will be adding extra value in order to be able to construct the armhole properly. Okay, so for this medium figure, I will be adding 1.5 inches. So this measurement is taken from the armhole line point, not from the quarter of the chest circumference measurement I marked out. which is here. So I'll be taking the measurement from this point. If you are drafting your pattern for extra large figure, you can make this 2 inches. If you are drafting your pattern for medium, large or small figure, you can use between 1 inch and 1.25. Okay, so this is okay. I'm using 1.5 inches, so this is no more in use. Now I can proceed in constructing the armhole of a French safari suit. Okay, so this is what I have after constructing the armhole. So this is the front armhole of a French safari suit. So guys, after constructing the armhole, the next step is to insert the remaining circumference measurements, which are the waist circumference and the hip circumference. Okay, so the waist circumference measurements I'm working with is 33. Then I will insert quarter of 33 inches, which is 8.25. Okay, so after inserting quarter of the waist circumference measurement, then I will be adding that allowance of half of an inch on the waistline. So which is here. So from here to here is 0.5 inches. So 0.5 inches is the same thing as half of an inch. You can see what I have here. So I will cross this out. Then I will come to the hip level. On the hip level, I will insert quarter of the hip circumference measurement. The hip circumference measurement I'm working with is 38 inches. So quarter of 38 inches is 9.5 inches. So which is here. Then I will be inserting the same measurement on the suit length. So on our French safari suit length, I will insert the same 9.5 inches. Okay, so I will leave it like so. I will not insert anything on the hemline. So guys, the next step is to connect the points together, which is going to be the side seam. So in connecting the sides together, I will be making use of my variform curve and my straight ruler. So connection from the chest level to the waist level requires the variform curve. So this is going to be a slightly curve. It's not going to be much, but it is not meant to be on a straight line. Okay, so this curve will be facing towards the center front. So the positioning is not like so, but like this. You can see what I'm having. Connection from the waist to the hip level requires a slight curve as well, but in this time the curve will be facing towards the side of the pattern paper. You can see it's going to be the opposite direction of this. Okay, then connection from the hip level to our French safari suit length is going to be with a straight ruler. So which means this is going downward parallel. So now you can see what we have for the side seam. So you can see how it looks. So guys, after constructing the side seam, the next step is to plot the dart. So in plotting the dart, this has to be done on the waist level. Okay, so I will be measuring 4 inches from this point, which is the center front line. So this can be done in 2 ways. You can either use a standard measurement or take the measurement you have on the waistline. Then you get the midpoint of the waistline. Okay, so you can get your dart point by getting the midpoint of your waist level, or use the standard measurement. The standard measurement for the dart point for a male figure is between 4 inches and 4.5 inches. Okay, but as for me, I took the measurements directly on the wearer, so which I have 8 inches. Then I will be dividing 8 inches by 2. I have 4 inches. So from the center front point, I will measure 4 inches forward like so, which is here. Okay, then I will place the same 4 inches on the chest level. Then I will come to the hip level and place the same 4 inches. So after I've inserted the dart point, then I will insert the dart intake. So don't forget, I added half of an inch as my dart allowance, so which means my dart intake will be half of an inch. So from the dart point, I will measure half of an inch. Then I will get the midpoint of this point and this point. This is the dart point and this is the dart intake. So which is here. So whatever I have from here to the middle of the dart is what I will be inserting on the chest level and on the hip level. So here I have 4.25. So I will place 4.25 on the chest level. Then on the hip level, I will place the same 4.25. So after which, I will be connecting the 3 points together with a straight ruler. This midpoint, the point I have on the hip level, then the point I have on the chest level. Okay, so the next step is to insert the length of the dart. That is how long I want the dart to be. So what I will be doing is I will measure 3 inches downward from the chest level. You can see what I have here. So I'm placing 3 inches on that point. I will measure it downward like so. Then what I have left here is 6 inches and my dart length is 8.5 inches. So this is standard. You can make it 8 inches or 8.5 inches. The max you can use for your dart length for a male figure is 9 inches. So here I have 8.5 inches, which is here. So which means from the hip level, I have like 3 inches upward as well. You can see what I'm having. 3 inches above the hip level and 3 inches below the chest level. So the next step is to connect the point together. So the side point I have on both sides will be connected to the 3 inches I have below the chest level. So I'll be connecting like so, this to this, then this to this. Also this to this, then this to this. Okay, so you can see what I have for the darts. So guys, after plotting the darts, the next step is to place the pocket, and I'll be drafting this by measuring 10 inches from the HPS point. Okay, which is here, or preferably I will come down by 1 inch from the chest level. So this is a standard measurement. So after marking 1 inch downward from the chest level, then I will connect the point together in order to make it a straight line. Okay, so now I have my line drawn out. So from the center front, don't forget these are pocket line. Okay, so from the center front, I will measure 1.5 inches forward. So that is going to be towards the side seam. The side seam is the side of our French safari suit, so which is here. Okay, then from that point I will measure 4 inches. So this 4 inches is a standard pocket opening for a male figure. That is a pocket that falls on the chest level. So that's 4 inches point. Then I have it here. So, and because of the design of the chest pocket, it is not on a straight line. So this point, this 4 inches point, I will take it up by 1/4 of an inch. So which is here, 0.25. Then I will be connecting this point to this point. So can you see what I have? So this is how much I want my pocket to slant. If you want yours to slant more than this, so you can go up with 0.5 or 0.375. So this is 0.375 and this is 0.5. So you can choose any of these 3 points for your pocket opening. This is another one. Then for the 0.5, this is what you will have. Okay, so this is going to be the pocket opening. So you can see what I have from here to here is the pocket opening. So the side that will be higher is going to fall by the side seam. So the side that will be lower is going to fall at the center front. So guys, now I've drafted the pocket opening for our French safari suit. Okay, so the next step is to work on the armhole area, because I want this to have a curvy effect of a suit armhole. So what I'll be doing is, from this point I will take this up by 1 inch. I will take it up by 1 inch like so. You can see what I have there. Then I will connect this . So guys, I've connected this to the 1 inch point. So this is what I did. The side seam, I extended it upward like so. Then from the chest level, I measured 1 inch upward rather. So from the chest level, I measured 1 inch upward. Then I connected this 1 inch point in a curvy manner together with the armhole. Then I have something like this. So this is what I will be having for the armhole, so that the shape of the suit sleeve will really come out properly. So guys, now that I've worked on the armhole area, so the next step is to add my seam allowance. But before adding my seam allowances all around the pattern, I will confirm the measurement I have on the neckline, and I will compare it with the neck circumference measurements I'm working with. Okay, so here I have 4.25. So I will note this 4.25. So which means by the time I cut 2 pieces for the front panel, I will be having 9 inches for the front neckline. So, and I'm working with 15.5. 15.5 is for the neck circumference. I have 9 inches already for the front. If I subtract 9 inches from 15.5, I will have 6.5 inches left. So which means for the back neckline, all I need is 6.5 inches. So now I will be adding my seam allowances all around the pattern. After drafting your pattern, you need half of an inch of seam allowance on the neckline. So this is the seam allowance I will be using in attaching the collar. Then on the shoulder line, half of an inch of seam allowance is needed in order to join the front and the back panels together. Then on the armhole, half of an inch of seam allowance is needed in order to attach the sleeve together with the bodies. Then by the side of the pattern, which is a side seam, I will be adding 1 inch as seam allowance. I have my hem allowance added on the lower part of the pattern already, which is 2 inches. From the suit length to this point, I added 2 inches. So now I will be adding the seam allowances. So guys, now I have all the seam allowances added all around the pattern, as you can see, from the neckline to the shoulder line to the armhole and to the side seam. Now I will be shaping the lower part of our French safari suit. And also, don't forget, this is a triple layered French safari suit. The front panel is a one layer, though it's going to be in 2 places, but it will be counted as 1 layer. The back panel is 1 layer. Then the third layer is going to be on the top of the front panel. So this is exactly where we are going to, so which I will be showing you how to achieve that beautiful shape after drafting the back panel. If you look at the image you are working with closely, you will notice there is a kind of opening at the center front. So that is what I will be showing you how to achieve right now. So what I'll be doing is I will come down to the lower part of our French safari suit and I will measure 7 inches upward, and this measurement will start from the suit length, not from the hem line. So from the suit length point, I will measure 7 inches upward. You can see what I'm having, 7 inches. Then from the edge of the pattern paper, I will insert the same 7 inches. Okay, then I will connect it together like so to make a straight line. Okay, so here is the 7 inches point. So the next step is to connect the 7 inches point to the center front point on the hem line. So here is a 7 inches point. You can see what I'm having. So I'll be connecting this from this point to the French safari suit length, like so. So with this, I will have a slant effect at the center front of my French safari suit. Okay, you can see what I'm having. Then I will extend it downward to meet the hemline. Okay, then I will blend this up with a slight curve. Okay, so what I have from here to here is no more in use. You can see that from here to here.